Hi everyone, I am Anju Bell. I have been part of information technology area within Pfizer for over 15 years. Uh, I have been part of different phases from being a programmer to actually rebooting the servers, working in a server room, to actually leading projects. But the best job so far in my career that I've ever held was when I joined the RPA team. Uh, the RPA team, when I joined, right, we focused on doing things differently. It's breaking the mold on how we work. And the reason behind that was because when I joined the team, you kind of come from a background of very technical experience. And whereas in the RPA role, it was very much end user focused, layman terms focused. How do we get the business, the client partner, and technology team together? So the role was so unique, so amazing that it was like literally breakthrough, like looking at a different lens altogether. So usually in every project, right, we bring a team member and we assign work, and no one takes a moment to ask the group, what would you like to do? What will make you happy? That's just not heard of. And reason being because we have so many deliverables and we have so many projects that we need to deliver on. All of this becomes an afterthought. So when we go through the lessons learned, that's when we kind of realize or learn where people would like to be in the team. And then by the time the next project comes along, it's all same old because the focus is what can you do for me now? So when I joined the RPA team, we spend days in a conference room, reviewing, modifying our process, understanding what we do, why are we doing it? And once we had the process down, I started having a discussion with the team itself, what we love to do, to keep Pfizer's core values in mind. That was the key thing. You know, Pfizer believes in 4 core values: courage, excellence, equity, and joy. And personally, to me, it was if we could take those core values and make them upside down. Because if you focus on joy, and you know, it becomes, it's been practically known, any data you look at, right? A happy colleague is the most productive colleague. So to me, why were we not focusing on that? So if you love what you do, by default, you're going to bring equity. And equity then becomes part of your DNA without you even thinking about it. And once you have equity, you want to be then best what you're doing. And once you have that, that gives you excellence by default. And then what happens, right? We talk about courage. If you know what you're talking about, you have proven yourself, that courage becomes by default because now you can speak up and say what's working and not working. We all had a passion for something different. So we were not in a competition on other person's role, but a competition with ourselves to become excellent in what we're doing. So it was literally, that's when we said, you know what, we are going to break that mold. We all came together holding a puzzle piece. So for every project, did not matter if it was a breakthrough project, if it was a low-key project, nothing got a sign of approval till everybody put their piece of the puzzle. And this was something was unheard of within, I would say, Pfizer Digital. Because of using that formula, which was so simple, we had so much joy, we were so productive that people sometimes question, are we really having a team meeting on a conference room or we were just having a happy hours? And that just oozed out of us for every single person on the team. And all I can say is it was the best team I have ever worked with in my whole career. We constantly talked about the key reasons, right? Why are we here? And the reason we were successful as a team, because of excellent management support from all areas. We could not do this, break this mold without that support from the management at all levels. And when I talk about management, I'm not just talking about north, like, you know, looking at senior people. It was north, south, east, west. At every level, we had that buy-in. And we all had a unique set that we brought to the table now, which was getting that value, that was getting recognized, that otherwise would have been literally like, okay, so you only do this. Instead of like, oh my God, this is what you do, you're part of communications team, this is great. We have never seen a communication so well written. or oh my God, look at that slide deck, or your process is so well defined, because we were all dancing to the same music. It didn't matter how we danced, but the music, the rhythm was the same, and that's what made us unique in every possible way. So as we go through, I look at my journey with the RPA team, it makes me think about, Henry Ford's quote, which he said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success. And we are and will be a very successful team that will be recognized regardless of where we end up at Pfizer.